This one's going to be about as easy as they get. Normal, regular, plain 1/8 ounce round ball jig head with the number 4 red sickle hook. These are as simple as they get, and we're going to go through it. I'm going to go through it kind of slow. If you got any questions, something don't look right, something don't seem right, send me a message. Let me know. Same thing, Sally Hansen's. It's just gonna be barely even a drop, just enough there to kind of give the thread something to hold on to. We're gonna wrap right there behind the head. We're gonna go halfway to the point of the hook, and then we're gonna come back up, and then we're gonna wrap. I'm pulling it backwards against that head to build that taper up. And we're gonna come down, we're gonna come back up, and we're gonna stop. You're gonna end up with maybe 15, 20 wraps, something like that. You can kind of see it starting to taper up. That's exactly what we want. We're gonna take some strung black saddle hackle. I'm gonna come down here and get these pieces. Well, that's hard to see with that black hoodie on, ain't it? You'll be able to see it here in a minute because we're gonna get some chartreuse hackle at the same time. I'm gonna pull off 4 pieces black hackle. I'm gonna set them off to the side. Now we'll be able to see this. We're gonna pull off 4 pieces chartreuse yellow strung hackle. I'm gonna set them off. I got 1 piece of very flashy flash. That's the name of it, flashy flash. It's gonna sparkle pretty good underwater. We're gonna take 1 black piece of hackle. Can't really see it, but we're gonna put it right behind this chartreuse one so you'll be able to see it a little bit better. We're gonna stack them right on top of each other, and we're gonna pull the tips of that hackle down to where they're even. Yeah. Should have wore a gray hoodie. That might have worked. But you can see there, we've got 2 pieces stacked on top of each other. The ends even. I'm not trying to get them to lay perfectly right on top of each other. Don't really matter to me. I want it kind of irregular looking. I don't want it absolutely perfect. I don't want it cookie cutter crappie jigs. All mine are just a little bit different. Same pattern, the same technique, but they're all gonna be just a little bit different. I'm gonna lay that hackle right as where that thread's starting to go down. That's where that hackle's gonna be, and I'm gonna put a wrap on it. I wanna make sure it's laying straight back against that hook. Ooh, I got that one good. That one's going 2 different directions. See what I'm talking about? So if a fish is looking at it from the bottom side, what I'm trying to go after is it looks like fins on a bait fish, threadfin shad, bluegill, small bass, something like that. I kind of want that from underneath to look like fins going out. I got that exactly where I wanted at. Now, when you get to this spot, we're not going to tie nothing else here on the bottom, so you might as well take that piece of flashy flash. I usually put a loop in it like this. I pull it up underneath the jig head, and I keep it kind of tight, and I'm going to wrap around it until I got it to where I've got it snugged, and we lost it. So we're going to come back up here, and we're going to start again with it. There's a ton of different ways to put your flash on. That's usually not how I do it. Y'all have seen how I do it. I usually lay it off to the side or cut off a big wide chunk of it and just put a whole bunch on. We're going to leave that there till the end. That one's not going to work out. That one's going to be a pain. I can already see. And this is one thing I've always done with all my videos. I don't go back and edit something out unless it was just a dumb mistake that I made that, you know, from either being sleepy, tired, jig number 1 for the day or something like that. I usually do not edit nothing out. I want y'all to see the mistakes. I want y'all to see, oh, okay, he's had that same problem. I just watched him do that. I keep it real. I keep it as real as I possibly can. No crazy backgrounds. Hopefully, maybe that's going to change here pretty soon. I'm thinking about tearing my garage apart and kind of building this side over here as a YouTube shop. Just to make it look a little better. And not really for YouTube's sake, but kind of for my sake, just a comfortable place to work at. Which is, my garage is comfortable. I love coming down here in my garage and tying jigs, drinking a hot cup of coffee and watching YouTube videos on TV. And that's it. I mean, we got it. That flash really wasn't that bad. The extra wraps putting on the hackle kind of made them lay down some. Usually you can kind of bend it a little bit too, get it to move out. But that's all I got. It's just those two little pieces sticking out at the bottom. That's what I wanted. I wanted that. I wanted that V effect. So, like I said, looking from underneath of it, possibly, maybe, shot in the dark is kind of what I hope for. That's what I always kind of think. They're looking at it from underneath. They see the fins. They see something that kind of resembles some type of bait fish. Or maybe some kind of insect. Or maybe it's just me being me and that's not really what's going on. But I like to think it is. See my triangle? Well, that pink thread looks good. I should have done a whip finish video with this hoodie on. I think I'm going to do another whip finish video. I still have people ask me to do them. They're in my library. Go back and check them, but I'm thinking about doing another one. We're going to clip that off. Now, when you get to this point, everybody knows the UV resin is what I use. Try using the Sally Hansen. See what happens. The Sally Hansens might hold up for a long time. It might hold up longer than the UV resin. I've never really actually went out and tested because I never really keep one long enough. I hang them up in treetops pretty quick and lose them. I mean, that's honest truth right there. I hang it up and lose it. I don't really think of it as that big of a deal because I can come back here and tie some more. I didn't pay the price on these like somebody would that was buying them from me. So to me, I've got probably at any given time, probably 5,000 to 6,000 jig heads down here in my shop. And I've probably got more feathers than Elton John's got in his closet. You know, I got the material. I can go back in time. I don't like losing them. I've always tried to get one jig and let's see how many fish I can catch on it. But I will fish in spots where I know there's a fish. If it's a big, thick, nasty brush pile, I always try to get it down in there. Even I'll risk losing a jig, 2 jigs. Sometimes it takes half a dozen before I realize, hey, stupid, go somewhere else and fish. But, you know, try the UV resin. See what happens. Let me know. Send me a message. Tell me what you think. Is the Sally Hansen's working good? Are you coating the whole head with Sally Hansen's? Or actually, I don't want to do it like that. This is a customer's order. I'm not going to... maybe we'll do a video on that. Maybe we'll put one in a tank and test it. I didn't really get my UV resin warm, so it's kind of gooey and globby. And I painted those eyes on, and I don't really know if I give those eyes enough time to dry before I brush them. Didn't smear. I painted those eyes on probably 45 minutes ago. Looks like it dried up pretty good, but that resin is really, really thick. Remember, I got that trick that I use. I put it in a little cup of warm water to heat it up. I put it in front of my little buddy heater one time, kind of like right directly in front of it for a few minutes to let it warm up. I never had tried to do it, and then when I got ready to use that UV resin, it was stained like a yellow color. So I'm always guessed that the direct heat kind of cooked it in that bottle or something, but it changed the color of it. Was no longer clear, so I had to figure out a different way to do it. Warm cup of water works pretty good. And it don't take very long. Usually I put about that much water in the bottom of a coffee cup, some kind of glass cup or something. Hot water straight out of the tap. I let it sit in there till almost the water is starting to cool down. I take it out, and then usually using the brush, pulling it in and out will keep it pretty thin, make it a little bit easier to use. Those are simple jigs. You're having a problem getting Chanel. Chanel costs too much. You don't trust it. You don't know if you want to get it shipped to you or not. Just use your thread. Skip that body part of it. They come out good. They're nice looking. I've done a lot of videos with these. Coming up next, we're going to start doing videos talking about how I rig, how I use them, how I store them, how I keep them put up. I'm also starting back the channel membership. The channel membership will include one-on-one training, might even include direct messaging me. Maybe we can FaceTime or something like that and actually work on a problem you're having with the jig or just hang out and talk crappie fishing or whatever comes out of it. I'll be posting some more stuff about that here within the next day or two about the paid channel membership subscriptions. I think it's just paid channel memberships. There's 2 on there right now, and I apologize, I can't think of their names. I've got 2 paid subscribers right now, and I will start doing giveaways like I do on my Facebook page, but I will start doing them on YouTube right now. And by the way, before I forget about it, there's an auction right now on my Facebook page. This is December 30th. December 30th. I've got an auction going right now that ends tomorrow at 8 o'clock on 2, not 1, but 2 boxes of 3/4 ounce walleye jigs. There's 100 jigs. There's 50. There's maybe just a little bit more than 100, maybe just a few less than 100, but there are about 50 in each box. Or some really good walleye jigs if you're looking for something really cool to fish with, something different. Might want to check that auction out. It's going to be a good way to get them. That's all I got. Let me know what you think. Do you use the Sally Hansen's instead of the UV resin? Because I'm really kind of curious if people are using that and it's working. Because if so, everybody knows where to get Sally Hansen's and it's cheap. That's all I got. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think and how you're tying yours.